Welcome to Getting Kids Involved, creating opportunities for learning, developed at the Orlena Hawks Puckett Institute. There are many ways home or classroom environments, activities, and materials can be adapted to promote a child's participation in everyday routines. This presentation includes ideas that are easy to use in a home or in a classroom. The 5 types of adaptations described in Kara's kit are used to promote a child's participation in everyday learning activities. They include adaptations to the environment, activities, materials, instructional practices, as well as providing physical assistance or guidance. You begin by making adaptations to the environment and/or activities. Only after those adaptations have been implemented would one adapt materials or instruction to promote an individual child's participation in everyday learning activities. Providing assistance or guidance is used only when necessary to help a child participate in home or classroom activities. The goal is for children to be as actively involved as possible. You provide physical assistance only when other adaptations have not worked as a last resort. All of these are more likely to be effective if a child's interests are incorporated into the adaptations. Let's start with adaptations to the environment. Modifications can be made to the home or classroom to ensure that a child can participate in an activity. Placing books and writing tools within a child's reach, moving materials to a lower shelf, and rearranging furniture so a child can move freely around a room using a walker or a wheelchair are examples of environmental adaptations. You can also adapt the environment by labeling learning centers and objects, using words or pictures in different areas of the classroom and the home to promote child participation. Examples of adaptations to activities include adding movements to a song a child likes to keep her engaged in the activity, or adding props to story time to make it easy for a child or a group of children to participate in an activity. You can also use listening devices, such as headphones, to engage the child in learning activities. In this example of an adaptation to an activity, the mother uses farm animals to engage her child in the song. Adding these props keeps her son involved in the activity.
E-I-E-I-O, with a cluck cluck here and a cluck cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. What else do we have? What else did Old MacDonald have on his farm?
Duck.
A duck. Let's see. Feel this one. What color is it? Say pig.
Pig.
Old MacDonald had a pig. E-I-E-I-O. With a oink oink here and an oink oink there. Here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink.
Like that.
Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
I got that.
That's a chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a duck because it's yellow.
Here's an example of an adaptation to a storytime activity. The teacher provides children with props that go along with the story. The children are listening for their animal's turn. These props keep the children interested and engaged in the activity.
What do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Can you scoot back so Kiara can see? Thank you. Green frog, what do you see? I see what is that?
A purple cat.
Purple cat looking at me.
In the next example, the teacher gives each child Play-Doh so that they can make the movements that go along with the song.
A man
fast as you can. Roll them up, and throw them in the pan. You want to try it again?
Can you pat it? Pat
Come
it?
on,
Roll
come
it
on.
in your hand?
Just like this. Go. Patty cake, make me a man. Bake them up fast as you can. Roll them up, throw them in the pan.
Adaptations to materials can also enhance a child's ability to participate in an activity. Using large grip markers or crayons, taping drawing paper to the table so it won't slide, using clipboards to help a child draw and write, and using child-sized utensils to encourage a child to feed himself are examples of adaptations to materials. Let's take a look. In this example, the teacher added tabs to the book pages so that the child can turn the pages by himself. In this next example, the teacher uses a non-skid mat placed under the child's plate to prevent it from sliding. She also uses a plate with sectional dividers so this child is able to feed himself. Adaptations to instructional practices are the ways an adult can modify or change their instructional practices so that a child can participate in an activity. The adult may use pictures together with print to represent verbal instruction, use sign language to communicate, extend the length of time so a child can complete an activity, allow a child to stand rather than sit during an activity, or reduce the number of steps required by a child to complete an activity. See how much fun Justin has in this lap game when Mom gives him plenty of time to participate.
Get that leg back up here. That leg's gotta come. There it went. You stop that. You quit that right now. You silly goose.
In this next example, the teacher uses an illustrated book to explain what they're going to see next.
Look, Savannah. Where are we here in this picture? Are we outside? Yeah.
Where are you?
Are we lining up? Yeah, that's what we're going to do in a few minutes. We're going to go line up. Look. What are we doing there? Eating lunch. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go inside and eat lunch in a few minutes. Right now we're outside.
Here, a little girl is washing her hands, where verbal and visual cues are used to encourage participation in the activity.
And then what do you do with the soap?
Wash your hands.
You get bubbles. Those are big bubbles. Yeah, and you put your fingers through like that and make good bubbles. And then what do you do?
Wash your hands.
You rinse them off. That's right. And then what do you think you do?
Take the water off.
With a
Paper towel.
The final type of adaptation involves physical assistance or guidance to engage a child in an activity. This is where an adult or peer provides the child some type of physical assistance. This type of adaptation is used only after the other adaptations have been found unsuccessful. For example, you might provide hand-under-hand support for a child to help play with a toy, or cut out a picture, or use peers to provide assistance for the child. Let's watch as this teacher uses peer modeling only after she has tried to use other adaptation methods.
There's a piece down there.
You want to come help him? You come help him. Here's a piece of the yellow bulldozer, I think. Where's it at? He draws cool stuff. Like lines.
Jason, go. Isaiah Pacheco, come here. Put down your whip.
There's some yellow right here.
I got it. Hey, Sean. Tomorrow.
You're getting toothpaste.
Ooh,
This is a new toothpaste thing we do.
Here. You want to put that one somewhere? Yay! Thank you. Oh, he's got it. Part of the yellow bulldozer.
Look.
You found it.
Thank you for watching Getting Kids Involved, creating opportunities for learning. Remember that adaptations need to be based on the individual child and are provided in order to maximize a child's ability to participate and be independent in everyday interest-based activities. By using adaptations in the home and classroom, you're opening up a whole new world of exploration.